So everybody's holding their breath on what the reaction of Israel is going to be against the Iranian attack on October 1st. How will they respond? Who's going to be their target? Where are they going to be bombarding inside Iran? Let's find out. Hello guys, my name is Stavros. I'm a professor of international relations and a democracy advocate. This is Black Flag Media. You're here with me. We're going to be speaking about the situation, the latest situation in the Middle East, specifically what the reaction of Israel is going to be. This is a free alternative media, so we're raising the black by speaking the truth as we see it and not as other people are pointing it out for us. So the big thing here is that everybody is expecting Israel to bombard Iran. Someplace this is going to happen. Everybody inside Israel is basically agreeing that this is going to happen. This is happening. This is about to happen, actually, and everybody's trying to figure out what the targets are going to be. If they're going to be targeting military bases, people, specifically the individuals that were in command when these Iranians bombarded Israel, they launched 180 ballistic missiles. Some of them actually pierced through the Israeli air defenses. So now everybody's waiting on Israel and how they're going to be responding. So we have many different scenarios here, and I would like to explain all of these scenarios and what it's going to be look like for the rest of us, for humanity. Because some of these scenarios are really destructive and maybe post-apocalyptic if you think about it. So let's talk about the best scenario here, if you can think it like that. I mean, there's no best scenario if one country is bombing another, but yeah, if Israel decides to limit its response and just bombard the same things that the Iranians bombarded, basically military bases and installations, maybe target some individuals, some revolutionary guards that were responsible for launching this attack against Israel. This is going to be, I would say, a reciprocal approach. It will be a rational approach to target, again, military bases, installations, launching points from these ballistic missiles that were launched against Israel. This would be the best case scenario. There's a caveat here that the main point I would like to raise in this video is that Israel doesn't have to respond. They don't need to respond. The deterrence has been ensured and guaranteed for both countries here. Deterrence has been ensured for both Iran and Israel, because actually it was Israel who struck first when they bombarded the Iranian embassy in Damascus. Then Iran struck back in April, and then the Israelis, they bombarded again the capital of Tehran. They assassinated the leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, and they did it the day that the new president of Iran, Pezeshkian, the new leader, was basically sworn in, which was also a huge blow to the Iranian Islamic Republic. And now, on October 1st, the Iranians responded to that attack. So, I would say that we are on an equal footing here, an equal basis. So the Israelis don't really have to attack. But yeah, we have a warmongering leadership in Israel, and Benjamin Netanyahu would like to, find and strike a big blow against Iran, and this is an opportunity for him and his extremist government. So that is the first scenario. Is, I would say, the best. Let's hope that we see only limited strike against military installations. Although again, they shouldn't attack at all, because again, they are on an equal footing with the Iranians as far as deterrence is concerned. So let's talk about the crazy scenarios here, which are the ones that nobody would like to see happening. So the first would be seeing the Israelis targeting the Iranian oil facilities, basically refineries or oil storage tank units in the Gulf. This would mean terrible things for the global economy. Again, Iran is the third largest exporter of oil globally. They are, for an example, I guess we can mention that 40% of China's oil purchases are from Iran, from inside Iran. So Iran is exporting, providing the Chinese with 40% of their oil needs. And again, this is the third country globally. So you can imagine what would happen to the price of the oil. What's actually, we're talking about crude oil, actually. That's what we're talking about. And crude oil is the main product, and its derivatives are jet fuel, the oil that airplanes use, fuel oil, the one that ships are using, and then diesel, gasoline, petrol, whatever. So everybody is going to be affected by that. And again, this is one of the biggest exporters globally. And not only that, but the price of the oil is closely linked to the price of natural gas, because it's they're complementary products. So that's going to be affected as well. So they move in tandem, these two products. No, and not only that, you're not going to be seeing a global crisis, oil crisis, but also financial crisis globally because of how the oil affects our cars, for instance, but because of transportation. Any possible means of transportation, ships, trucks, whatever, they use oil, obviously. So the shipping costs, the moving, the transportation costs of goods, of people, all of that are going to rise. And, you can imagine that this is going to be paid by us, the consumer. So we're going to be seeing a big financial crisis in any product known to man, actually. It's not going to be just the price of, diesel, gasoline. It's going to be everything, basically. And again, to this threat, the Iranians have responded that we're going to be, if you dare to attack us in our refineries or in our storage facilities, we're going to be striking against American interests in the Gulf also. So they're going to be responding by bombarding, the refineries of Exxon, which is a U.S. company, and other U.S.-linked or Israeli-linked companies in the Middle East. This has happened before. The Houthis have been bombarding, for instance, Saudi refineries, the refineries of Saudi Aramco, the biggest company in Saudi Arabia. So that would create an escalation of sorts, and the Iranians are going to be responding. They're going to be targeting, bombarding more oil facilities. So you can imagine the global crisis, the oil crisis, the financial crisis. And in the worst scenario, the third scenario, the most crazy one, and this is something that truly Benjamin Netanyahu wants. He has said that in the past. We also have an ex-prime minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett. He's also actually advocating for that. He's saying we should be doing this scenario, the crazy one. What is this? This scenario is bombarding the nuclear facilities of Iran, which is crazy if you think about it. This is an opportunity, according to extremists in the Israeli government, to knock out Iran and basically leave it toothless by bombarding its nuclear weapons capabilities with, or maybe some other nuclear infrastructure and facilities. But as you can imagine, this will be a huge, a tremendous escalation. Just think for a second the crazy repercussions and the nuclear fallout, the pollution, the radiation in Central Asia, the Middle East, and in other parts of that neighborhood, everywhere. This is going to be a big blow, and then this will only lead the Iranians to step up their moves in getting the nuclear weapon if they don't have it already. And I believe they did get it from the Russians. But even if they don't, this will be a great boost for their project, for their program. And their own nuclear facilities, the weapon facilities, are inside the mountains. The Israelis, I don't know if they have the mega bunker buster bombs from the US to do so. They used similar bombs when they killed Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, inside Beirut. Maybe they have something, but again, this is not, this is deep inside the mountains. The nuclear facilities are deep inside the mountains, so I don't know if they can do it. But if they do target the nuclear facilities, there's going to be a huge and tremendous escalation. The Iranians are going to be really, really mad. They will get nukes and they will start thinking about using them. So let's hope that we don't see any of these two crazy scenarios. I would say that let's hope we don't see even the first scenario. But if we can't stop these loonies, along with Benjamin Netanyahu, you have some crazy ministers like Smotrich and Ben Gavir, crazy ultra-Orthodox radicals. So if they do have to do something, let's hope that they strike only military base installations. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Again, like and subscribe if you liked what you see in this channel. We're going to be talking more about the Middle East, international relations, Europe, the war between Russia and Ukraine, how all of this is connected, and also democracy, the idea of fighting for peace, justice, and equality. Keep raising the black guys.